Hi everybody, welcome to today's writing lesson. So today we are going to be looking at alliteration. So let me share my slides with you. So we're going to be looking at alliteration to use alliteration when writing newspaper headlines. So what is alliteration? Alliteration is the repetition of the same sound or letter at the beginning of each or most of the words in a sentence. And it's used sometimes in tongue twisters, and it's also used in poetry to create different effects, either for a description or to create more drama or danger. So that's why alliteration is sometimes used in headlines of newspapers, because it gives that creation of more danger or drama of the event that's happened. And it's often used in songs, and often it's used in stores with brand names as well. So let's give you some examples of alliteration, and it will give you a bit more of a clearer understanding. So alliteration is when you use the same sound or letter at the beginning of each word. So here I've got some cartoon characters and their names have alliteration. So we've got Mickey Mouse, they both begin with Minnie Mouse, also beginning with and Donald Duck, beginning with, that's right, D. So these are types of alliteration in someone's name. And so we did say that you can use alliteration in tongue twisters. It makes these really hard to say if you say them quickly. So the first one we've got is, she sells seashells down by the seashore. And Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Pause the video and see if you can have a go at saying those tongue twisters really quickly. Okay, well done. It's quite hard, isn't it, to say them over and over again quite quickly. So these are alliteration in these tongue twisters. So the first one, the sound they've used is S, and in the second one, they have used P for each word. Okay, so here are some examples of alliteration used in headlines for newspapers. So the first one we've got is, squawking seagulls swoop on sunbathers. What sound has been used at the beginning of most of those words? That's right, it's S. Well done. Let's read another one. Scary slithering snakes sneak up on sunbathers. What sound has been used at the beginning of most of those words? That's right, it's S again. Well done. Let's look at another one. Terrible tiger escapes zoo. What sound has been used at the beginning of those words, or the alliteration? Good. Terrible tiger begins with a T for terrible and T for tiger. And last one we've got is, snapping sharks swim in the sea. What sound has been used at the beginning of most of those words? That's right, it's S again. And oh, this is our last one. Zany zebras zigzagged through the zoo. What sound has been used at the beginning of most of those words? That's right, it's Z. Well done. And cute cats found. So there we've got cute cats. They both begin with K. Fantastic. So now it's your turn. We've got some pictures here that have been taken, or could have been taken, from a newspaper report. Okay, and I would like you to see if you can write a headline using alliteration. Okay, so remember, your words have got to start with the same sound or letters, and it's only got to be a short sentence. Doesn't have to be long, just a short sentence. Now, if you would like to do few ideas, then you're just going to be putting in the adjective to describe the person or thing that's in the picture. So, for example, the something elephant runs through village. So the word that you're going to use to describe elephant has to start with an E. Okay, then you've got to describe the cat, and that's got to begin with a K. Tornado has to start with a T. And the word to describe a flood has to start with a F. Now, I've included a word bank of adjectives in your home learning timetable today, so you can use that to help you when you are thinking of your adjectives to describe. And it's in alphabetical order, so you can see if you can find the ones beginning with E, K, T, and F. Okay, so this is the few ideas activity. So you can pause the video now if you're going to do this one. If you'd like to try the next activity, the relate, then keep watching. So the relate activity is similar to the few ideas activity, but I'd like you to think of your own headlines for each of these pictures using alliteration. All right, so we've got a boy in the first picture winning a race. We've got a man or a cowboy finding some gold or some treasure. Then we've got a firefighter who's rescuing a koala. And then we've got some buildings, and the road has been collapsed, possibly from an earthquake. Okay, so have a go at writing your headline using alliteration. Remember, the words need to start with the same sound at the beginning of each of your words. Okay, so have a go at doing that, and you can put your work onto Padlet or send it to me via email. I'd love to see your alliteration in your headlines. Okay, well done for writing your headlines. Just going to quickly go through some of the ones that I've written. So I wrote, excited elephant runs through the village. Crazy cat rescued. Terrible tornado hits town. Fast flood traps cars. Maybe you thought of some of those words as well. And then for the relate, I've got Super Sam wins gold. Koala saved from frightening fire. Glowing gold discovered. Eerie earthquake topples buildings. And before you finish, I'd just like you to underline where you have used your alliteration. So I'm going to underline Super Sam. That's my alliteration where all the letters, those two letters begin with S. And then koala saved from frightening fire. So my alliteration is frightening fire. They both begin with a F. And then glowing gold discovered. So glowing gold is my alliteration. They both begin with a G. And the last one here is eerie earthquake. So both begin with an E. Eerie earthquake. So have a go at underlining your alliteration and then post it onto Padlet for us to see. Okay, thanks very much, and I'll see you again soon.